Hey Stitching Muses and welcome back to Sewing Vision. I am Vivian and today I will show you a simple modification you can do with the Nicole panties or with almost any panties pattern. We will create a back cutout and add the waist straps for more decorative and strappy look. It's a very simple change, but it can completely transform the design of your panties. If you like discovering new pattern hacks and lingerie sewing ideas, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future video. Now let's jump right in. So first we will modify the pattern piece. Take your Nicole panties or any other pattern you like. I tested this modification with the Nicole panties, so that's what I'll be using today. To create the back opening, we will mark 2 points on the back piece. For my size extra small, I usually measure about 5 centimeters from the center back along the waistline. So I will mark the 5 centimeters right here and I will take different pen. Okay. Then I measure about 6.5 centimeters down from the center back. Now connect these 2 points with a straight line. This line will create the opening. Of course, you can adjust these measurements depending on how big you want the opening to be. You can make it smaller or larger. For bigger sizes, you can slightly increase these measurements. If you prefer not to modify the pattern yourself, I also create ready-made versions of this design, which you can find on my website. So now you can just cut the pattern along the line. Oops, like this. For this style, you will need 70 centimeters of your lace. Then 1 meter of fold over elastic, small piece of cotton jersey for the crotch lining, and strap elastic for the waist. For the waist straps, I usually measure about 2/3 of my waist measurement for each side. Since we have 2 straps, you will need this measurement twice. So I'm cutting my straps about 40 centimeters. And 2 rings, 2 sliders and 1 hook. Now take your pattern piece. Place it along the decorative edge of the lace and cut 1. Then flip this piece onto the second edge of the lace and cut the second mirrored piece. Then we also need to cut 1 crotch from the main fabric or the lace. And 1 from the lining fabric. Now we can place the crotch pieces right sides together and pin the longer edges. Then also place the main piece right sides together and pin or baste the center front seam. Then we can sew them using a serger or a zigzag stitch. Then turn the crotch piece to the right side and join it with the main pieces, right sides together. Now take your fold over elastic and we can move to regular sewing machine. Set your machine to zigzag or 3-step zigzag stitch and finish the back opening first. You can gently stretch the elastic, but really gently. Then trim the seam allowance. Fold the elastic and stitch the opening again. Let's do the same also on the other side. Now we can finish also the waistline. Don't forget to leave the faux tail on both edges. And again, I am leaving the faux tail here as well. Of course, then trim the seam allowance. Then fold the elastic and stitch the waistline again. Then pin or baste and sew the back center seam. I really recommend to baste at least these elastics together so they won't move when we sew them. Then pin and sew the back crotch seam. And backstitch the crotch and also the back center seam. At the center back, you can also stitch the seam allowance to one side. Now we can attach the rings. So take your basting thread, slide the rings onto the faux tails we left here at the opening and baste them in a place. And secure them with small zigzag. Then take your straps, slide them through the sliders, then through the ring, back through the slider, then we will attach the hook onto one of the straps. So then we can also thread the second one, the same way as the previous one, through the ring, back to the slider. And then we have to make a small loop right here. So I will just fold the elastic to the wrong side and baste it together. This creates a small loop we can use for the closure. So now we can secure all edges of the elastic with a straight or zigzag stitch. Then we can remove the basting stitches, trim the fowie, and our Nicole panties with the back opening and waist straps are done. So maybe next time we can try to make the back or maybe front opening just like this without the straps. I have really so many ideas in my mind and I'm looking forward to teach you all I know. So I hope you love the videos, and yeah, the try-on is coming right now.